Hey, did you know that people who are chronically not getting enough sleep are more likely to be overweight, have strokes and cardiovascular disease, infections, and certain types of cancer than those who get 8 hours of night continuously? Oh, and it gets worse. Sleep deprivation not only affects your memory, but can contribute to depression, anxiety, suicidality, and possibly even Alzheimer's. Holy Hey, I'm Rena Hedeman, professional certified career and life coach, speaker, and entrepreneur. So 2 years ago, I read this book called Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker. You may have heard of it, or maybe you've even read it. He's a professor of neuroscience and psychology at the University of California, Berkeley. He also happens to be the founder and director of the Center for Human Sleep Science. Pretty cool. I learned a ton about the various stages of sleep, what they do, and why they're important. I mean, we all know that we're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep a night, right? But do any of us actually do it continuously? I mean, be honest with yourself. How much sleep do you think you get on a typical night? 6 and a half, maybe 7? Oh, and don't kid yourself. Going to bed at 10 and waking up at 6 actually does not mean you're sleeping 8 hours. If you've ever tracked your sleep with a monitor or a sleep tracker, you probably know that you're actually asleep about an hour less than you think you are each night. So a couple years ago, when I read this book, I decided to learn more. I researched sleep a ton and the different stages of sleep and why each is important. And I started tracking my sleep each night. And I realized I was really shortchanging myself by not getting enough sleep. On weeks when I did get enough sleep, night after night after night, I honestly felt like a completely different person. Better memory, better eating habits. I was nicer, in a better mood. I was just plain happier. But that's just what I noticed. The fact is, the effects of sleep on your life go way deeper than that. I mean, stuff we don't even realize is happening inside. I'm not a doctor, but I just wanted to share a little bit of what I've learned. So here's the thing. If we're not getting at least 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep a night, and I mean good quality sleep, we suffer. This means that our entire being suffers, not just our bodies, but our minds really suffer too. We think we're getting away with it though. We think that it's actually okay because we can actually manage to stay awake through those boring meetings at work, and we're still functioning by the end of the day when we get home. But the scientific evidence shows that getting even just a little less sleep than we really need on a regular basis causes our physical, emotional, and mental capabilities to decline pretty drastically. So why is sleep so vitally important for psychological, emotional, and physical health, you might be wondering? Well, let's start with psychological and emotional health. I'll get to the physical part in next week's video. Okay, studies have shown a link between not enough sleep and depression, anxiety, and other psychological disorders. Sleep enhances our ability to learn, to remember, and to make logical decisions and choices. You see, when you get enough sleep on a consistent basis, meaning 7.5 to 8 hours a night, not 6 to 7, and certainly not less than 6, that basically recalibrates your emotional brain circuits and allows you to deal with the stress and psychological challenge that we all face every day. Did you know that during certain phases of sleep, your brain is basically bathed in a consoling neurochemical bath that calms painful memories? I mean, how cool is that? Okay, so let me quickly explain the 2 basic categories of sleep and what each one does for you. REM sleep, you've probably heard of that. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and NREM sleep, which is non-REM sleep. During REM sleep, our muscles relax, but our brain is actually quite active. It's when most all of our dreams are occurring. Your brain is basically processing your experiences of the day and connecting them with all your past experiences, giving you insights and problem-solving abilities. REM sleep can affect how accurately you can read someone else's emotions and process external stimuli during waking hours. REM sleep, or lack of it, also affects how fearful or nervous we feel about certain situations during the day. Dr. Walker says that REM sleep is like, and I quote, overnight therapy. It provides a nocturnal, soothing balm that takes the short edges off our emotional experiences so we feel better the next day. unquote. Sounds better than therapy, right? And it's definitely better than self-medicating with too much alcohol or numbing out with food, especially late at night. And best of all, it's free. The problem is, the longer stretches of REM sleep occur in the morning, after you've been asleep for many hours, and often your alarm clock cuts that short. So no wonder people are so much more stressed and anxious or depressed than ever before. Most of us are definitely suffering big time from not enough sleep. Although, we don't even realize it. So next Tuesday, I'm going to talk about how sleep affects you physically. Spoiler alert, not getting enough sleep can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to diseases, and it can make you gain weight, and it can even make you more prone to Alzheimer's disease and other kinds of dementia. I'll explain all that and how it works, and give you tips on how to get more high-quality sleep each night. So tune in next Tuesday. If you're on YouTube right now and you hit the subscribe button below and then click on that little bell, you'll automatically get a reminder whenever I put out a new video. So do that now, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. I'm Coach Rena Hedeman, and I'm here each week to give you smart, simple ways to improve your life, do what you love, and live a big, fun life.